Sun is coming up, are you ready to go? We can take a ride, we can take it slow. Your will is my law, I'ma let you be the boss, cause I'll go where you go. I'll take you to a place we can see it all. Step off the edge, I can break your fall. Your will is my law, I'ma let you be the boss, cause I'll go where you go.
Finally, we have some sun. It is so nice to see the sun, to see some blue skies, because we've just had rain and just cloudy skies for I don't know how long. I'm tired of talking about the rain. In the past couple vlogs, it seems like all I've been talking about. I know you all may be tired of hearing about the rain too, so hopefully we can stop talking about the rain. But before we do, one of you had a question about using the mulch that we have around our farm to help in these areas that are muddy. To answer your question, we do use the mulch for those areas. But let me show you something. So here's one spot that I want to show you. See the mulch? We have mulch down here, but we've had so much rain, the mulch just sucks it up. And it's just yucky still. And this is after 2 days of sunny skies and dry weather. So still pretty yucky. But this is not the worst spot. Let me show you the worst spot. This spot right here was really bad. And you can see, looks like mud there. But when you start digging, there's mulch there. We had so much rain, the mulch, which mulch absorbs water and holds water, which is good when you're gardening and you don't have a bunch of rain. But when you have a bunch of rain and you have flooding, that mulch just acts as a sponge and it just sucks up that water and it holds it. And it can make it still really, really messy. And with the case here, it did that, and there was so much water coming from other areas that it washed mud on top of that. So you'd have the mulch holding the water and just making it all saturated. Then you have the mud washing over top of it, and so you just have a sloppy mess. I really like mulch, continue to use mulch, but when we've had the epic type rains that we've had here recently for our area, it doesn't work out really well. I hear something. Let's go see what it is. There are 2 Canadian geese that come each year to the pond. And most of the time they hatch some goslings. It's really neat to see that. So I don't know if these 2 geese are the ones that come on a regular basis or not. But we'll just have to see. It's always exciting once they do have the goslings, and you see all these little goslings follow them around the pond, and then when the time comes, they head off. Oh, there's also 2 mallard ducks. Alrighty, it's time to get to work. One of the things that I've been trying to keep in mind is thinking of our major goal. Here on the farm, I want to have a farm that's efficient and productive. But a specific goal that I have for the garden, the market garden, is we need to have 24 50-foot beds ready, jam-packed with things growing, and I have 24 25-foot beds that I really want things to be cranking and growing. We still have some work to do to get that worked out. So 3 actions that I need to take today to help propel me to that goal is, 1, I need to prep some beds. We have some beds in the upper portion of our garden that need to be prepped as a part of those 24 beds, 50-foot ones, and we need to get that done. There's rain coming up. I know I said I didn't want to talk about the rain anymore, but there's some rain in the forecast for tomorrow night or the next day, so or the next day. So we need to have that ready, because I want to make trenches where the water is flowing out from around our crops so that our crops are not staying stagnant or sitting in water. So we need to get that done. 2, I need to get some of those beds prepped. that are in those areas. And then 3, it's kind of a separate goal, but it still relates to the farm, is I need to harvest some microgreens for our restaurant customers tomorrow. So that one's an easy one. The other 2 are big ones, so I'm gonna be doing some shoveling. So here we go. All right, the area that I want to dig the trench in is right here. So we're gonna dig a trench so the water can come out more from the top there and flow on down out and not be stagnant in this bed right here. But before I dig the trench, I'm gonna go ahead and use this broad fork here to loosen up the soil so that way it can help dry it out a little bit more. Still muddy, so it doesn't look like I'm gonna really be doing some serious bed prep today. But I'm gonna at least take the broad fork so that way it would aerate the soil so to help more airflow get in there. Alrighty, so this soil has been loosened in this bed. And for those of you who are new to our channel and new to how I operate my garden, one of the tools that I use in the garden are tarps. And tarps are great for a number of reasons. They can help you smother out the unwanted plants, the weed seeds and weed plants from growing. Yet they can also help you in times of, like what we just had with rain. Covering your beds will help keep the moisture out, so when the time comes and you're ready to prep that bed, you don't have to worry about it drying out. The tarp, if I wouldn't have had a tarp here, I would have been nowhere near ready to prep these beds. But having the tarp has given me the ability to do it when I need to do it. But there is water that was on top of there. Alrighty, a couple things about the beds here that I want to point out. One, this bed has been covered since the fall. So when it was covered, there were some plants that were smothered out and they have left some just debris that we'll need to rake up. So we'll get to that. And 2, there's some block that are remaining here from when we did our raised beds that were made of block and wood. And I'll talk another time about why I made that big switch, and I am so thankful that I did. But we'll plan to talk about that in another vlog. So I'll need the broad fork here first, and then what I'll do is I'll broad fork it and then just kind of let it sit a little bit, probably cover it with the rain coming up after I broad forked it, and then uncover it again once I'm ready to do a light cultivation on it. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and work on that trench area right over there. And it is quite the task, so I'm going to have to do a lot of shoveling, using some broad fork and some wheelbarrow and the wheelbarrow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig up, make my trench, take the soil, load it into the wheelbarrow, and then cart it down there where I need some more soil. So we'll reuse this soil, but right now it needs to be taken out of this area. So here we go with some more farm fit exercise.
Farm fit exercise.
Yeah, say that again, Micah. Say farm fit exercise. Say it. Look at here, turn around. Say. Yeah, say farm fit exercise. Before I begin, I want to show you, this is the trench that I started on this end of the bed. And I did a vlog on that, how I started the trenches and started making them go down, and how effective that was at diverting the water away from the beds. But now I need to continue this trench on all the way down that way, so that way it keeps the water from just flowing right down onto our beds. And I know the blood is going to be pumping, and I'm going to start sweating and get warmed up because it's already starting to warm up out here, so I might as well take this sweatshirt off. Let's go, boys! You get stuck back there? Good job dumping that. Way to go. There's a couple areas where I got stuck, and Micah did too. So here's one of them that I got stuck. So I'm just gonna take this piece of wood right here and just use it as a bridge over the mud. So that way, we won't get stuck in those spots, hopefully, anymore. Hey Micah, you want me to put a scoop in your truck? Let's get another one, since you're strong. All right, let's see if you can move it. Let's see if you can take that one and dump it. Hold on, let me get you another one. All right, there you go. Take it and dump it. Take it, come on. Gonna go over the bridge. Let me help you. There you go. All righty, go over the bridge. Whoa. Bring it on down and dump it. Bring it on around. Pull it over this way. You gonna dump it? Look at those muscles working. Let me give you a hand again. All right, dump it. Whoa. Good job, Micah. Way to go. Did you get it all out? You got it all out. Good job. Okay, so the bridge idea was working for the first couple of times. And after that, just the mud just got so bad and the wheelbarrow was digging it up, so it stopped working. So I'm gonna abandon the idea of transporting the soil down there for the time being, just because things are so muddy. I'm just gonna make a pile right here for now, and then we'll take it down at another time. And I bet some of you may be wondering, why aren't you using an excavator or a trencher or something like that? Well, I started this process a little over a year ago with using an excavator. However, there were still some more things that needed to be done, and I haven't been able to use it for about a year. And this really needs to get done because this affects the production that we have right here in these beds. So sometimes you just have to tough it out and do what you have to do to get the job done, even if it hurts and burns a little bit. I'm almost done. As you see, I'm making a lot of progress. Just got a little bit of crumble there, but you can see where the trench started before, and we're just going to carry it on down all the way through here. And this was the main area that I'm going to be taking out now. But as you can see, as the rain came and water comes, it just washes straight down onto this bed here. So adding this trench would definitely take that away, and it would divert the water on around, as you can see where the wheelbarrow tracks are going, out that way. When you're digging a trench or making a terrace, one of the things that I like to do is I like to work off of the bank or whatever edge that you have and just gradually peel away with your shovel, peeling back. So that way it makes your digs just a lot smoother and a lot easier. Yep. I'm in hour 3 of this workout here. And it's one of the reasons why I don't need to go to the gym. When you're out here getting some real physical labor, some real work, you get the workout you need. I'm almost done, it's lunchtime. But you know what? I like to finish the task or get to a good point before you break. So that way you don't have to come back to the project if you can help it. So I just got this little bit left. This is the only part that I have remaining. And then we're gonna take some lunch. Let's knock this out first. Alrighty, lunch is over. It's time to get back to work. Had a pretty good lunch. Had some leftovers that Lacie made. That it had some quinoa and millet. Really love those grains. They're really great, really high fibrous grains that are gluten-free. Before we get back to work, I have some tools that Lacie and I have had for a while for the kids that we're going to use today. Still need to prep those beds that I told you about earlier that I took the tarp off of. So we're going to need to rake and do some things like that. And here are some of the tools that we have. Okay, here we have a good garden rake. This would be perfect for the kids. Nice cool colors, made really well. Also right here, we have a little stirrup hoe. That'll be fantastic for them to use. Okay, and then right here, we have a really good shovel. Alrighty, before I give them to them, looks like they're looking at something in the garden. Let's go see what they're looking at.
Come here, Daddy, look at this.
What is it?
Mice.
Where are they at?
Right over here.
Oh wow, they're little babies. Wow. They're so tiny.
And they're so cute.
Wow. I saw a larger mouse earlier today when I was moving off the tarp from these beds. So they must have been under the tarps, staying warm and protected and dry. So the mother ran off, but here are a few of the babies. Look at there, look at that one. Do you guys want to find a new home for them? A new spot for them to live in?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see, what could we do? Anybody have any suggestions? Why don't you go ask Mommy and see if she has any?
I'll stay and watch the baby mice.
I think they're pretty neat, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here comes Mommy and Sailor. You wanna come see what we got over here, Mommy?
Let me see.
There's that one there, those two there, and those two there.
So how many is that?
6.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen baby mice before.
That's not true.
Have I?
Yes, you have the duck when the ducks were eating them.
So what do you think we should do?
Well, since this was over them to begin with, this is their nest. So I'm thinking that we get a bucket or something, put the whole nest in there, and then put the babies back in it. And we'll set it over here somewhere close so the mama could hear them and find them again. Because I'm not a fan of mice in my house, but they do have their place in our ecosystem, and we want to, I mean, if we can help them, we want to try.
It's underneath here.
Oh, they are little babies.
And they're really cute.
It is great to set goals, even ones for each day. Yet sometimes distractions and other things come up to slow us down from reaching those goals. Some of those distractions are good, some of them are bad. In the case of today, with the mice, it was a good distraction. It was a good experience. Besides, the mice are really cute too. I don't know, should we raise mice here on our farm? Nah. They're in there.
Are we doing it?
Mighty Mouse, Mickey Mouse, what are their names? I don't know. Alright, we'll just set them right here. That way they're not too far from where they were, but they're far enough to be out of our way and hopefully protected. So, can't ever say I've saved mice before. Interesting. Josiah, you're gonna put this last one up?
Mm-hmm.
Is that your little friend?
Mm-hmm.
What is his name? Or her name?
Its name.
Little sniffer.
Little sniffer. We'll just set this bucket in front of it. That way it'll kind of keep the dogs out, and chickens out, and but the mother mouse can get in. All right, kids, so now that we spared the mice, now we're going to work right here in these garden beds. Now that you're done with your schoolwork, you ready to help me out?
Yes!
I have a surprise for you. I'll be right back.
What kind of surprise does he have? A tree? A rake? A tire? A tire. A car? A car? A block?
All right, look what we have here.
Wow!
Tools for kids. So we can use the rake. And somebody else is coming. We can use the stir hose.
Hold.
Whoa! Wild man's awake. Did you have a good nap? You want to use the shovel? Whoa! And then the stirrup hoe for Sailor. All righty.
Dirt!
Wow, let's not dig there though. I need that one. Come on over here. Well, despite getting a little off track, we got back to work. The kids absolutely love the Radius garden tools. And be sure to check out the show notes below for more information on the Radius garden tools. Well, today was one of those days that was a long day, and it could have been real easy to just say, you know what, I'll come back to working on that goal another day. But you know what? Not all the time will it be easy, nor will you have the resources to get the job done. But sometimes you just need to do what you need to do to work on achieving your goal. So we rallied together and got the job done. Sayla took some of what she raked up and put it in the chickens' nesting boxes. And Josiah just had to give some more nesting material to the baby mice. And Micah continued on with me, working on prepping the new beds, all while testing out the limits of his new shovel. And afterwards, he enjoyed some peanut butter. Oh, and I harvested the microgreens today too. Bang! We got it all done.